advertises for brands, things I would look for to work with a brand would be like some sort of like presence on your page. And I'm not just talking about like major followers, but like create a page that really just speaks your brand. So think of, there's two things. There's the messages that you put out, and then there's the aesthetics of your page, right? So whatever industry you're in, if you have brand colors, like whether it's in your logo or in your office or just whatever, your stationery, like your colors should be kind of present on your page. So when someone's coming in, they see, okay, you have your brand presence. And this all goes back to like marketing in general. But I also like to see who's behind the brand. And that may not be applicable to every kind of business, but like in the beauty world or in businesses where you want to share like a more meaningful connection with your consumer, I like to see who's behind the brand, because it lets me know what type of consumer would want to engage with that brand. And if that works for the people that engage with me, then yeah, it makes sense. But I also like to see who's behind the brand, because I feel like more than anything online, that human connection is so powerful still, no matter what. And if I connect with you and your mission, and if your mission is on your page somehow, whether it's like an about me or whatever it is, if I can connect with your mission and your purpose, I'm gonna ride with you like no matter what. Like your mission, your purpose, like you could have easily just invited me and we could have just had like this, okay, thank you for, you know, the award, and, you know, never speak again. You show who you are in every word you speak. And I was so moved by that I am like a full-on Anoki girl, okay? And it wasn't, when she called me to tell me that she's doing this thing, and I did an interview yesterday when they were like, you know, excited for your award, you know, what's your award about? I'm like, I'm not even here for that. Like, I'm here to support this and this, like, the bigger picture. So if your brand can show your connection to the bigger picture, I feel like that resonates more than anything. But yeah, going back down to the nitty gritty of, you know, I'm on social media now, what do I do? You gotta post. You have to be on it. And don't expect to go viral. I have 2.7 million followers, almost 2.8 million followers. I'm not going viral. I've done that happened. The algorithm's so different now, that's not my goal, to go viral. My goal is to reach the people who need me, and reach the people who could get something out of me, and who can help me too. So if you have a message, you need to know who you're talking to and speak their language. So find out who the competitors are, and instead of competing, maybe try collaborating. Maybe try, you know, getting together. Collaboration over competition. That's the model. Collaborate, see how you can use each other's audiences if they complement each other, and grow together as businesses. I mean, how many people are in this world? Like, and we're only a handful of people really that are actually like trying to make it in business. I mean, I think there's enough for everyone. So if we can just kind of work together with our peers and learn from each other too. Like in LA, it's much more collaborative now. I come from the Bay Area and it was just competition. Only competition. That's why I left the Bay. I hated it. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't in our soul. Like I was feeling crushed every day, even though I was on top in the Bay. I was dominating. But seeing others not helping out and then wanting to like bring people down, including wanting to bring me down, not that it worked, thank God. It's about you not letting it work. Nothing works unless you let it work. But I left the Bay because of that. So coming to LA, meeting people who are just like me, making it happen, and then seeing, hey, these people are nice. They're like actually giving me advice, and it makes us want to give advice too, and like really, really sharing the sisterhood. There's a club that was formed in LA with like some of us Instagrammers and bloggers, and it's the Founders Club. It happened. It was before COVID, so it hasn't happened lately. But founders would come together and we would talk about like what worked for us, what didn't, how to open up an online store for those of us who are like creating a new business. That's how I learned about how easy Shopify was. So Shopify guys, if you don't know anything else, you know, that's how it is. But like, you know, just the tools of learning, and then you grow, you all grow. Because maybe someone's formula can work for you too. Maybe you don't have to go through all those failures to get to your success, because now you have these other women that have been there, done that, and only if everyone's willing to share what their formula for success was, maybe we can all just kind of grow a little easier and more happier instead of all that sharky like fighting and competition behind the scenes. It doesn't need to be like that. And I think one of the reasons why I developed such a good relationship with my audience and the people who want to be my students and have become my students is because I was never protective over my knowledge. And also I kind of was very young and naive and like too truthful. So it's not like I could really shield anything, even if I wanted to. If someone asked me something, I would just blurt it out. Yeah, this is what I ran. This is what I did. And I would take the pictures and I would put the whole step by step. And even if a brand wasn't sponsoring that post, I would talk about that brand. It didn't matter because it was just genuinely what I was doing. And it's easier to do that because you're not acting. You're just speaking the truth. Your truth, whatever the truth is, you're speaking it and you're doing it, and it's not exhausting. So I was just doing that, and then I realized, oh my God, I'm doing something for the sisterhood. Because I'm now helping them thrive, and I want to see them help others thrive. And that was like the whole point of this 20 years ago, and your point too. You start the trend and you start showing that I'm sharing knowledge, it's not bringing me down. It's only helping all of us take that next step up. You're not going to lose a piece of a pie by sharing it with someone else. There's gonna be more pies being made. So everyone can eat. And it doesn't have to be so, oh, I'm gonna just like keep my knowledge to myself and I'm gonna be very protective. And I understand why people feel that way too though. Because things were always taken from us as women, as South Asians. It's always been like that. So that mentality, I get it. But if we don't snap out of that mentality and we begin to like, we can actually begin to share our journeys, which is what you've been doing since day one, what I've been doing since day one, then we can collectively change that whole narrative and that whole mindset to helping each other grow. And that's literally the reason we're